Boy, oh boy, are we going to have a fun final few days here in the Futures League playoff hunt. Last night made things very interesting for that sixth spot as the Bristol Blues were swept by the North Shore Navigators and the Torrington Titans swept the Worcester Bravehearts. The top 6 teams are as follows. In order, Seacoast, Worcester, Nashua, North Shore, Brockton, and Bristol. Torrington is a half game back of Bristol, while Pittsfield, who has won 4 in a row, is 1 game back. Martha's Vineyard and Wachusett are officially both eliminated from playoff contention. Seacoast has basically locked up that 1 seed, with Worcester sitting pretty for that 2. Nashua guaranteed for at least a 3, and North Shore can be surpassed by Brockton, but are a game up on them. Friday and Saturday will not lack excitement, folks. Don't look now, but the Torrington Titans have won the 3 biggest games of their season thus far, sweeping Worcester in a day-night doubleheader on Thursday at home. The first game lasted a little over an hour, ending in a 1-0 victory. Hartford's Connor Lewis was an ace on the hill, going the distance of 7 innings, striking out 9 Bravehearts while allowing 0 runs on 4 hits. The lone RBI in the ballgame went to Endicott's Mike Cochis on a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 6th to score Washington College's Wes Robertson. The second game featured an extra innings walk-off error in the 8th on a batted ball by Brian Ginsberg from Brown, scoring Nick Lamberti from Southern Connecticut. Ginsberg had 3 RBI on 1 hit, a home run in the ballgame, while Lamberti had 2 runs scored, 2 hits, and an RBI in the victory over the second-seeded Bravehearts.
Not only did you tie the game with a 3-run blast, take us through what was going through the 3-run blast.
Nicky got his 100th hit right in front of me.
That was thick. Good job, Nick.
So I just came up there. It was 4-1, first and second. First pitch, he just missed pretty high with the ball. Catcher went out to talk to him. I had a feeling he was just going to try to get it over the plate, throw me a strike, and I just sort of sat on it.
Very next pitch, right?
Kind of sat on a fastball down the middle, and that's what I got, and I just got to it.
But tying the game late in the game, especially on a doubleheader, were you guys really tired at that point, kind of dragging down? I know you guys had Domino's for lunch. I mean,
I know. It's been a long day. It's been a long season, really. I mean, we're kind of screeching to the end of it, but we're getting hot right now, and we got 2 more games left, and hopefully we can get ourselves in the playoffs. That's all we can try.
I mean, not only did you tie the game today, but you also did that sack bunt, which ended up turning into, that goes down for an RBI for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird play. It's a really weird play. I didn't want to bunt right there, to be honest with you. I was kind of feeling good, man on second, game on the line. But, I mean, nobody out, that's got to be the play, especially with our 3-hitter right behind me and with Demar. And so, I put it down the line. I guess he had a tough throw and run scored. I mean,
I've never seen a sacrifice bunt turn into a walk-off. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a weird game. Something new happens every time.
But even, like I said, it was a doubleheader, and you guys went into extra innings in the second game. So you guys must have been beat.
Yeah, I mean, we're all really tired right now, but, I mean, this is it. This is why you play. You know, you're 4-4 in extra innings. Like, that's what you play for.
Remember that game between North Shore and Bristol on July 27th that never ended? Oh yeah, well it just finished last night with the Navigators walking off in the 21st, officially the longest game in Futures League history. If you're counting at home, this game officially took 8 days, or 193 hours from start to finish. The game resumed in the 17th with Bobby Tramondosi from UMass Boston going all 4 innings on the mound, allowing 0 runs on 3 hits with 3 Ks. And Tramondosi wasn't done. In the bottom of the 21st, he stepped up to the plate and delivered the walk-off sacrifice fly to put an end to this never-ending game. A total of 16 pitchers were used to face 132 at-bats. And guess what? They had to play another game directly after, with the Navigators sweeping the doubleheader with a score of 5-4 again. Trinity's Nick DiBenedetto had 3 RBI and a home run to officially guarantee a playoff spot for the Navs, a team that started this season 0-8. Pittsfield is on a 4-game winning streak to push them into contention as they defeated the top-seeded Seacoast Mavericks 6-3 on the road. Craig Lacey out of Bryant got the W, going 6 innings of 2-hit baseball while not allowing a run to cross the plate. SUNY Oswego's Eric Hamilton has turned it on recently, this time going yabo twice, racking up 4 RBI on those 2 home runs to keep the Suns in the playoff race. The Nashua Silver Knights already have their playoff spot locked up, so they decided to have a little fun with the greatest of all time. Yes, you guessed it, the White Mamba. Brian Scalabrine was down at the ballpark, willing the Silver Knights to a 6-3 win over Brockton. Ryan Sullivan from Southern New Hampshire had 1 RBI on 2 hits, and Northeastern's Charlie McConnell had 2 runs scored on 4 hits, going 4 for 4 in the ballgame. The Wachusett Dirt Dogs did their job and played spoiler, crushing the Martha's Vineyard Sharks 13-1, eliminating them from playoff contention. Franklin Pierce's Andrew Barnes pitched a no-hitter through the 5 innings he was left on the hill, striking out 6. Ryan Ogren out of Elon had the hot bat, racking up 3 RBI on 3 hits. And Worcester State's Jake Ryan had 3 RBI on 2 hits with 3 runs scored and a walk. Now it's time for the Futures League Pitcher and Player of the Night, brought to you by On Deck Sports, the official sponsor of the Futures League. The On Deck Sports Pitcher of the Night goes to Torrington's Connor Lewis out of Hartford, who threw a complete game 4-hit shutout in the 1-0 victory over Worcester, striking out 9 to keep Torrington's playoff dreams alive. The On Deck Sports Player of the Night goes to Pittsfield's Eric Hamilton out of SUNY Oswego State, who had 2 home runs in the ballgame, racking up 4 of Pittsfield's 6 RBI to defeat top-seeded Seacoast and keep their playoff hopes afloat. Here's a look at your West Division standings. Worcester is at 34-18, second overall for the playoffs. Bristol loses 2 to fall to 23-29. Torrington moves up 2 at 22-29 after they swept. They're a half game out. Pittsfield grabs 1 game at 21-29, 1 back. Wachusett plays spoiler and improves to 19-34. In the East, Seacoast still remains on top of both the East and the league at 35-17. Nashua moves up to 32-20 and 3rd overall. North Shore sweeps the doubleheader to jump into 4th overall at 28-26. Brockton drops another but stays in 5th even at 27-27. And Martha's Vineyard is officially out of playoff contention, 21-33. On deck for the Futures League on Friday, a doubleheader out in Nashua as the Blues will have another chance to grab 2 against the Silver Knights. The Rocks are back home to take on the red-hot Titans. The Sharks will travel to the Woo to play the Bravehearts. The Navigators host their final home game against Seacoast. And the Suns look to make a push for their playoff in the final home finale against Wachusett.